who are well over 80. We also want to give a special acknowledgement and condolence to the man himself, Louis Gossett Jr.,
Yes.
who was 87, still doing it on
Yes.
the set of Color Purple, which was produced last year. So we don't want to say age. Don't tell me life is too short. You know, like they said, don't say life is too short. You just make sure that your life counts. So that's what we're
That's right.
doing. So on May 1st, we're going to have a special event. It's on my website, ClaraHubbard.org. If you know of anyone who is turning 100, well, we're currently 100, we're going to have a party for them on May 1st. The disposal location is on there, but you can call the Senior Talk office or you can email WOSDradio@gmail.com to get that information.
Hmm.
We're going to love on them. We're going to have luxury transportation. Chef Jimmy Carter, executive chef, is going to do a Big Mama brunch for them. We probably will have my brother Theo Huff there to give them a little song and entertainment. And we're just going to love on and hear their stories because they have something to share.
Hmm.
You know, I'm 52. I'm working to get to 53 on May 11th.
I know
So
that's right.
people are living longer. And you know what? We want to just give them that opportunity because I don't want the world to say that older Americans are not vital. They are living longer. They're dancing. They're line dancing. They're
Hmm.
traveling. They have disposable income.
Right.
And so we need to give them that honor. And I'm just so excited. So for those who know where we're going to today, the private screening, I got a surprise for you. I can't tell you about it, but I'm on the phone with them. We just going to leave it like this. But
Okay.
you know, let me tell you. And then let me say this. AG, Entertainment and Sound, my
Hmm.
brother. I pulled up, and we're getting ready to do it now because the time is right. We're getting ready to go back to these midday music memories.
Hmm.
We're going to be partnering with Great Lakes Clinical Trial, which changed the name to Flores Research. But we know memories of music, they heal your soul. And
Hmm.
so I just want people to know Midday Music Unit is coming back with Senior Talk, your granddaughter, and with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. We're coming back to your community. And if you got a product, business, or service that you would like to share with us, we ask you to do us a favor. Email WOSDradio@gmail.com. We love to hear from you where you are, and you can be present with us. We do live remotes, we do live reads, we do
Hmm.
commercials, we do it all. And so, first of all, I just want to give a special thank you to my brother who also got me to this 13-year platform, being present, helping me get more exposure, and putting me in places where I didn't think I could be on my own. So I just thank you, AG, and I look forward to seeing you later on in a few hours. But thank you to all the listeners of WSB Radio. Catch me Sunday morning, 10 a.m.
Yes.
We're gonna be
Hmm.
live. We have a new show for you and great content. And I just wish you all well. It is April, what is called the fourth chapter of 12 for this year. And make it a great one and be good to yourselves and each other. We'll see you soon. God bless you, and I'll be in touch with you in the near future. God bless.
All right. And I'll see you at, well, before 12 at
Yes, sir.
Bethel Terrace, which is located where?
900 West 63rd Street in Chicago. It's a private training, and then we're going to move it to bigger locations in the near future. So we'll see each other real soon. And those of you have any, suggestions for our program, we're here for you. This is your station. So if you also have a podcast or if you have a show that you want to bring to us, we welcome that as well. It's not all about us. It's about the community at large. And I just appreciate you all. And I'm getting ready to go, Al, because they're looking at me, so I got to move around. But I appreciate you all.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you in a few. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Clara Hubbard, ladies and gentlemen, of Senior Talk. You can hear her every Sunday morning starting at 10 a.m. right here on WOSDradio.com. But since she is not with us, live, well, she was on the phone. But I want to tell everybody that Clara and I have been doing this for over 12 years. We started when she was at WBGX. I'm, of course, still there. And she's doing a great job. She calls herself your daughter in the community, and she is your granddaughter in the community. And she's doing great things with Senior Talk. So we want you to continue to support her. The website, of course, Senior Talk at seniortalk.com. So all you have to do is, go to your Google, whatever, do a Google search on her. Either type in Clara Hubbard or Senior Talk or both, and they both come up and you can talk to her. She's got some great ideas and some great things to do for the seniors. And the music, Midday Music Madness was something that we started a few years ago. We would go to all the senior homes and, play music for them. Because you know what they say, music soothes the soul. So I remember a few years ago, we went to one of the senior homes, and it was sad at first, but it turned out to be very joyous. There was a older lady. They said that she, didn't move too much, and she was just, how can I put it? Just ready to die, and it showed on her face. But when she heard that music, boy, she had her head down at first, but when she heard, I cannot remember what I played. It was either Sam Cooke or Jackie Wilson. And she heard that music and she put her head back. And I was like, they came over and they said, do you see that? I said, yes. I said, she's reminiscing. She has gone back to the Regal Theater and she's listening, to either Sam Cooke or Jackie Wilson, and she is reminiscing about seeing them at the Regal Theater on 47th Street. I said, that's what it's all about. The music took her back to a time where she could remember when she was, happy, when she was, a kid. And that's what the music memories is all about. That's why I designed or started WOSD radio a few years ago, because this music will never die. This music is going to go on and on, even after I'm gone. I want to say this. I say this all the time. I had the best teachers that money can't buy, and that was Richard Pegee and Herb Kent, who taught me the ropes. Richard taught me mostly how to do commercials and program a station and program music. And Herb was a whiz on the air. He was, I guess, one of the original storytellers. And the combination of the two, molded me into what I am today. Unemployed. No, I'm just kidding. Molded me into the musicologist that I am today. And, I thank them for, being in my life, because when I was a kid, growing up on 47th Street, I used to listen to Herb Kent at night. My mother and father bought me a transistor radio. And I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember what a transistor radio was. But my parents had to keep plenty of batteries in the house, because that's what put me to bed at night. It was the music of listening to Herb Kent and listening to Richard Pegee and listening to, all the other WVON good guys. And I was just a fan, not a fan, but probably a fanatic. I wanted to be one of the good guys. Of course, I was only, a kid. So I was not even quite a teenager yet when WVON went on the air 61 years ago. 61 years. There are not too many stations in the city that can say 61 years. I think the other station is WLS. And of course, they play our music too back in the day. But 61 years of being on the air. And I'm pushing 64 this year. So I was there at the inception of WVON, and I was just amazed when I finally met Herb Kent. He didn't, of course, he didn't sound like he looked or looked like he sounded, but, he would always describe himself as being I'm a 6'4", and I look like a frog. I was like, okay, I can't wait to meet this frog. But anyway, to those guys who came before me, I thank you. The list goes on and on. Richard Pegee, Herb Kent, Jay Johnson, who is still doing radio down in Dallas at the Heart and Soul Network. Cecil Hale has since then retired from radio, but he was a record producer. As a matter of fact, he's produced records for Peabo Bryson and Natalie Cole and others on Capitol Records. Joe Cobb retired from radio. He has a popcorn stand down in his native of Arkansas, and every now and then I get a chance to talk with him. We just lost one of our original WVON good guys, and that was Butterball. We lost him last year. I got a chance to talk to him before he passed, but he didn't want to have anything to do with VON. He was an engineer at WGN, and a lot of them, you know, either they got another radio job or another job, you know, somewhere else. Butterball was fortunate because he had a first-class FCC license. For those of you who don't know what that is, means he could engineer, he could repair equipment, he could work on equipment, he could do everything. He was responsible for the sound of the station using what they call processing. So he was a whiz when it came to engineering. Not only was he a DJ, he was a first-class engineer, and he could, you know, take what was a small wattage station, which was only 1,000 watts, and make it sound like it was 50,000 watts. And I remember watching an interview with Herb Kent, and they got a call from John Guerin, who was the program director of WLS at the time. And, you know, when VON turned up as number one in the city, they're like, "What are you guys doing?" And they were just playing the hits. They were a 24-hour radio station, unlike GP was not. You know, they were doing such a great job that, you know, the other stations were calling them and saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing over there?" And that's what they were doing. They were playing the hits. They were entertaining Black Chicago. And to this day, you know, WVON is not only still entertaining Black Chicago, but the nation now via the internet. So I'm happy to be a part of the new WVON. The old WVON, I would have been too young to work there, but it was actually my playground because I got a chance to go there a few times with her, with Richard, and with Kitty Neely, who was a popular female DJ back in the day. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It was just a great experience growing up and watching these people. You know, they were like bigger than life, larger than life as far as I was concerned. And, you know, to this day, they introduced me to others. I got a chance to meet Gene Chandler. Gene quickly became my cool uncle, you know, as well as Marshall Thompson of the Shylights. I got a chance to hang out with the Dells and others. So it was a great time growing up, being a kid. I felt like a kid in the candy store. I'm like, oh, there's the Dells over there. Oh, there's Gene Chandler. You know, Tyrone Davis, you know, very popular blues singer, even though he didn't like to be called blues singer. He said, "I'm R&B." I said, "Okay, all right. You do know that the B in R&B is for blues, Mr. Davis." But anyway, I just wanted to come online because she was like, "Well, we'll play a show from last week." I said, "We only started last week. We only did one show." So it is my pleasure and my privilege to go on for Clara this morning. I'm not going to be before you long. I know you hear that all the time on Sunday at church, but I'm not going to be before you long. So I'm going to play some commercials that we play on, of course, WOSDradio.com. If you've never listened to WOSDradio.com, make sure you do. WOSDradio.com, online, and of course, you can watch us or watch me Monday through Thursday with bedtime stories from 9 until midnight. Right here, I do, of course, Facebook Live. I do StreamYard, that whole thing. So we're going to take a pause for the cause, and I'll be back right here on WOSD Senior Talk and Wednesday Vibes.
Get on down and party.
RayNealMedia.com presents the Old School Dusty Dance Party, Saturday, May 4th at St. Ethelreda School, 8734 South Paulina, with a special tribute to the legendary Curtis Mayfield and all of his music. Doors open at 3 p.m. Music starts at 3:30 p.m. and we party until 10 p.m. It's BYOE, $20 at the door. No advance tickets. With music by Ray Neal, the old school guy of Richard Pegues, The Best Music of Your Life, and owner and general manager of RayNealMedia.com. Join us as we bop, walk, step, and dance to your favorite old school and dusty dance music. And we'll be doing the world's largest Soul Train line. Come early for the best seats. No reserved seating. Any questions? Feel free to call 773-915-3201, 773-915-3201, or go to our website at RayNealMedia.com. We'll see you Saturday, May 4th at St. Ethelreda, 8734 South Paulina for the Old School Dusty Dance Party. Melinda and James Productions, along with Agape Vibes Entertainment, presents the Taste Entertainment Center Reunion at the beautiful Grand Ballroom, 6351 South Cottage Grove. Melinda and James will be celebrating 54 years of marriage. Friday, May 17th, from 5 until midnight. Music by DJ James Ballard and the legendary Dr. Al Greer. Golden tickets are $15 in advance and $20 at the door. $150 for a table. We accept Zelle. Sales at agapevibe.com. For more information, call Melinda at 773-363-9359. 773-363-9359. It's the Taste Entertainment Center Reunion at the Grand Ballroom, 6351 South Cottage Grove. Friday, May 17th from 5 until midnight. Music by DJ James Ballard and the legendary Dr. Al Greer. It's a Melinda and James production, along with Agape Vibes Entertainment, dedicated to the memory of Don Simmons.
Hi, this is Al Greer, and people are always asking me if I know a caterer. Well, I do. The Sugar Shack has been doing business for over 2 years now. And yeah, they're a new business, but the food and the presentation is spectacular. The head chef graduated from the world-famous Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School here in Chicago. She's been cooking almost all of her life. I've tasted a lot of food, but hers is top-notch. From soul food to seafood, from 50 people to 150 people or more. Hers is the best by far, but don't take my word for it. Call the Sugar Shack at 773-458-4792. That's 773-458-4792. And make your appointment for your next event. When you call, just ask for Chef Kim Greer, which, by the way, is my wife. That's the Sugar Shack at 773-458-4792. 773-458-4792. And tell her Big Daddy sent you.
If you're a fan of smooth jazz, then you'll love Andre Ward. His latest song is Planet Earth from his album Africa Rising. His album also features Kiss of Life and Don't Ask My Neighbors, featuring Chantel Hampton. Planet Earth, Kiss of Life, and Don't Ask My Neighbors from smooth jazz saxophonist Andre Ward. The album is called Africa Rising, available on all download platforms and Amazon Music. That voice sounds awfully familiar. Anyway. Is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, or Clara Hubbard and Wednesday Vibes inside Senior Talk here. Just talking for a while. Once again, today she'll be at Bethel Terrace, which is a private screening for the movie based on the life of Bob Marley. I want to see that one myself, so I'm going to bop over there in a few minutes. So I'm not going to be before you long. How many times have you heard that on Sunday, right? It is, once again, Wednesday Vibes. We started this last week because I was on vacation. So I said, well, let me do something while I'm on vacation to keep busy. So, I couldn't afford to go anywhere. I think the furthest I went was Hammond. Yeah. Not Hammond. Yeah, Hammond. That was the furthest I've gone, but that's okay. I was going to go to Memphis, but I'm like, okay, do I take a train to Memphis? Do I drive to Memphis? Nah. Take a bus to Memphis. Yeah, that would be nice. But anyway, I'm here with you this morning. Don't forget, Senior Talk can be heard every Sunday at 10 a.m. right here on WOSDradio.com. Go to Clara's website at seniortalk.com, .webs. She has a lot of great information for you seniors on her website, so make sure you check that out, all right? If you are not tech savvy, have one of your grandchildren or somebody to put it on your tablet, your phone, or your PC. If you have a laptop, go right ahead and type in Clara Hubbard or Senior Talk or both. And she's, like I said, she's got a lot of great information for seniors. There are places where seniors can go to get help. A lot of people don't like to go to the doctor, but we have right here in Inglewood, we have Oak Street Health. Now, if you're on, I think it's Medicare or Medicaid or both, then you can automatically sign up and they'll give you a walkthrough. They were going to give me a walkthrough, but I don't have Medicare. I have Medicaid. So once I get Medicare, then they'll allow me to do a walkthrough. But they're located right here in Inglewood Square, right off of 63rd Street. So if you are interested in doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest don't have a primary care doctor. We also have, they recently reopened whole new building adjacent to the old building. So, they're doing very well over there. St. Bernard, that is, if you don't have a primary care doctor. All of this information, once again, is on her website. So if you're interested and you don't have a primary care doctor, I suggest like yesterday, because like she always says, that we're getting better with age. We have to make sure that we're taken care of and taken care of the correct way. So make sure that you check out either Oak Street Health or, and Peer Plus. I cannot forget Peer Plus. Shout out to my Phyllis over there, Phyllis Rogers, who runs Peer Plus. Make sure that you check them out. Find out what you need, because, most of us seniors, and I'm, one of them, we're on all types of medications. And did you know that some of those medications can be alleviated? A few years ago, I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. And I was like, man, I don't want to, have to shoot myself every night, with the needle. And the doctor told me, well, we'll take you off, but this is what you have to do. You have to change your diet. I said, okay, agreed. No pork, no salt, no sugar, no nothing, basically. And the thing is, you have to drink a lot of water. I said, okay, I can do that. Water, that's not so bad. So that's what I started doing. And so far it has worked. I have not had to take my insulin in a few years now. I was diagnosed back in 2020 during the pandemic. And since then, like I said, I've been fine. Everything has been fine. And I thank that doctor in Park Forest, where I used to live, for the information, because I would not have known. I would have continued taking insulin that I really didn't need. All I needed was to change my diet, watch my blood sugar intake, and of course, check my blood sugar on a regular basis. And they say diet and exercise. It's just that simple. It's not so hard. Unless you're type 1, then of course, the same thing. I suggest the same thing. Diet and exercise. Well, that's my spiel for today. Don't forget, this afternoon, Clara Hubbard will be, it's a private screening, so if you're not a part of Bethel Terrace, then they may not let you in, unless you sneak in and just say Al sent you, all right? But thank you for joining us for this week's Wednesday Vibes with Clara Hubbard and yours truly, Dr. Al Greer. We'll talk with you guys next week. And don't forget Clara Hubbard every Sunday morning, Senior Talk, right here on WOSDradio.com.